I was gonna say, our administrative office at Illinois Courts is based out of Springfield, so I could also reach out to my liaison and see if they're familiar with this audit company. Because, I mean, their home base is Springfield, and that's where we host all our training, so I can reach out to them to see if they're familiar or if they've done other circuit clerk audits up there.
Okay, good. Okay, we need to discuss having a special meeting before the next regular meeting because due to the resignations that we just did today, we're going to need a county clerk and an IMRF agent rather quickly. So I think we have just a little bit of time on the other one, Hope Trust one, but the other things need to be in place pretty quick. So Terry, your last day would be the 31st.
A week from today, actually, is his last day.
The last day as far as working.
Yeah.
And Friday the 30th is a holiday.
Yeah, 29th actually.
Yeah.
So probably April 2nd.
Just so everyone knows, the reason it's important, very important to get a county clerk in place, the election we just had doesn't end, has not been canvassed, and it cannot be canvassed for at least 14 days after the election, which puts us to April the 3rd. We have to wait that long, 14 days, in order to allow any absentee ballots to come back. And then you have to have a county clerk in place to actually certify those and canvass those results. And I can't do that because I'm, of course, no longer county clerk, so there has to be a county clerk to certify
Be
that.
one in place, yeah. And whenever we do meet, we do need to meet as quickly as possible, but then we need to get with the judge too to have it swearing in, probably right after we do what we're going to do, so.
So we're looking at April 2nd.
That'd be the best.
Whenever you name it, I'll be here.
April 2nd, Alex.
Yeah, sure.
8:30.
Angie, will you notify the papers?
I won't be here.
That's right.
Jed,
But if you, I'll reach out to Raleigh when you get the agenda done. If you send it to him, he'll forward. He has an email group that he can
Right.
forward it to the papers.
Well, the agenda won't, yeah, oh, yeah. What is April 2nd? That's on Tuesday.
It's Monday.
Monday, that's right. So we'll have to have it out next weekend. Okay. Yeah, we can.
Yeah, we got it on.
Okay.
yeah. Do we have anything else we need to do in other business that you don't know?
You were gonna discuss the benches out front.
Derek is sick
Okay.
and wasn't able to get the information to me, so we'll do it at the next meeting.
I think that was it.
Is there any public comments?
I just had one question. How much does the state owe the county for the road maintenance? How much would be expected if the state ever paid?
Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I think there was quite extensive damage to the county road, and I think in the neighborhood of 200,000. I think Kevin said once before. due to the, you know, the heavy truck
Mhm.
traffic and the condition of the road, from Route 3 to the levee.
Right.
Are you talking about that, or are you talking about what they didn't pay us? That we
Yeah,
had
I'm
come in?
asking, how much could the county expect to get reimbursed from the state that we haven't seen? If the vendors are paid and the suppliers are paid, but the county's not paid, how much has the county not been paid? How much are they expecting to get?
I would need to check with Kevin and see what he submitted to the state. But
Would that be something that the county treasurer would know?
yeah,
No, it would be the superintendent,
yeah, it'd be the county engineer.
and it's around the $200,000 mark.
Probably 230, all in all, yes. But that's including repairing the road to the site too, but what we had to take care of, otherwise we'll take it over the 200.
Is that the total amount, less the vendors, or is that
No,
what they actually owe the
I'm
county?
including, and I'm estimating that, as from what he said, that we had to pay the vendors too, you know, that the state did not, so, the extra vendors.
So we don't know what that dollar figure is right now.
I don't know an exact total, but again, from what he said, did he say between $20,000 and $30,000 that they didn't pick up? So
Yeah.
that's where I'm coming up with that number, so.
There was a couple agencies that didn't want to, they were squabbling over who was going to pay it. And they finally got paid, all the part to the vendors, you know, or to the,
No, I just want to know how much the state's stiffing us for. That's all.
that, yeah. And we can get that for you.
So just to be clear, then there's two pots of money, there's for the repairs, but then there's also money that we were supposed to be allocated from the state that we didn't get as well?
Yes.
And that's how much, do we know that?
I thought that was around 180,000.
May not be a bad idea, have Kevin write a press release that we can post on the website now that we've gotten some vendors paid.
The money that we were expected to get from the state to go on our budget that we did not, I thought that was around $180,000. It was
A
not
little less than.
70 or 78, something like
78
that.
on the
Okay.
Dee County money, that's 78,000 that we lost.
Okay, 80,000.
Exactly, 78.
Okay. And that's money that is not allocated, that's not, in answer to your question, money that we expect for the state to pay us, they just said they're not paying that. That was money that,
Oh, so we'll never expect to see that?
no.
When they passed the last budget in the state, that went out,
Yeah.
let out.
That's over.
And actually, what Kevin just said is the money that we're expecting, that's been paid. The money's been paid from the state. The 80,000, we're not gonna get. That, they just kept, put that out in budget, that we're not gonna get that. So, in answer to your question, I think, other than the $27,000 that he was talking about in the other bills, that he said that, they said they would pay, I think we've been paid on the rest of it, correct?
Yeah.
So in answering your question, around $27,000, but it's been said that we're gonna get.
So is there other state money that we didn't get? There's state highway money that we didn't get. You were talking about 80,000. Was there other state money that we didn't get?
Yes.
And how much is that?
What was our sales tax was 120 short.
So that's where so 120 in sales tax and 80 in highway, so we're
Yes.
talking 200,000, which
Yes.
is the number that's been floated
Yeah,
around
that's the
here.
same number we've been using
Yeah.
all along.
And now that the budget's passed, we won't recoup that, is what you're saying?
No, it's.
No, that's what they said when they passed, but that's it.
So could you explain the sales tax money? I'm sorry, I don't want to go too in depth, but I'm trying to understand it. So was it money that, our sales tax money that we gave to them, and then they're not giving back to us? Is that how that works?
Well, it's money that's collected for sales tax that goes into the state, and then they reimburse the counties. And they took, you know, proportionate share of that. I want to say for administrative purposes, 10% for administrative purposes, which amounts to $220,000.
And probably will take more next year. So, you know,
We won't know for sure until
until they get done with it, but.
Plus our 911 funds that the state's keeping.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and as a county, we have no recourse.
As we go up there and bust windows,
Well,
Well, that's not quite appropriate recourse, but,
that's about all we got.
Yeah, it's paid, Tom, it's paid into the state, and then they, before, had paid us out of that pot. And what they're saying is, okay, that pot's ours, so
They changed.
we're gonna keep it.
They changed the rules, so.
as-
Have any other counties tried suing them?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Because, you know, I'm a member of the Union County Women in Business, and for 3-4 years now, we've been really pushing for shop locally to increase the sales taxes that are collected in our county. I'm very disappointed to learn that the state is not giving that money back to us.
So are we.
Yes. We have made contacts to some of the legislators and said, we kind of got blindsided at the last budget. And it's like, don't do it to us again. You know, we have to have that money to operate on it. Actually, it is our money, you know. And, you know, we give them a heads up that we know what's going on. We like for it not to happen again. But it's ultimately up to them when they vote on the budget and pass it.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes,
was that the governor that made that decision?
it actually went through the legislature and then was
There's like a
signed
change
by
in
the
law.
governor, but it was part of the legislative process. Any other public comments? Scott, did you?
Yeah, I'd like to say something real quick. We didn't get a chance to talk about this case up until just a week or so ago. We put out a press release about it, but it was a pending case in the court, and so now I can't talk about it. And I want to recognize Deputy Schilling. Josh, will you stand up for just a minute before the board? In Josh's efforts, he got a call last year about a complaint of a four-wheeler on the roadway in Union County on Oak Cape Road. When he went to investigate it, he made a substantial arrest out of that, where we got over $23,000 in cash. How much meth, Josh? About a pound meth, crystal methamphetamine, a motor home, and 5 guns. So we took a dangerous drug dealer off the street. He was sentenced to 8 years in DOC this past week. So we put a press release out, and I just want to recognize Josh. And this is the kind of deputies you guys have in work in this county, and I'm very proud of Josh. He did a great job, so I wanted the board to know that. And then secondly, Josh, you said. Secondly, last Saturday we responded to it was a simple car accident scene, and when we got there, Detective Hyman and our newest deputy, Deputy Vicente, run the plate, come back stolen out of Kentucky. It also involved 2 homicide suspects out of Gibson County, Indiana. So when I got the phone call, we deployed our men and we all rolled out, put we'll call it K9 out, our drone, and within a matter of 2 hours, we had those people in custody. So I want to give kudos to my department. They did a wonderful job.
We all agree with exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
And Josh, we appreciate you.
Thank you.
Any other public comments? Yes,
And, I'd just like to say thank you to Terry for all the work that he's done in Union County. And just let you know that we wish you and your wife and your whole family the best, and God be with you. I appreciate that statement. My resignation was something that was a very hard decision. My wife had wanted me to actually been asking me to resign and retire prior to this for the last few months, and I just kind of said, no, I'm not ready to retire yet, I'm going to run one more term. And we found out her health problems going, and that changed my mind completely about what I needed to do as a husband and family member. But I do want to say this, the last 5 years as county clerk have been very rewarding. I've enjoyed working with everyone here at the county. We have some very, very fine people, elected officials and employees, and I'm proud that I was part of that for those 5 years, and I thank everybody for their support.
thank you, Terry, for your service. We have, is there any more public comments? Do any of the county officers have anything to?
Bobby, I have Teresa, she's my office manager right now, she's retiring, Thursday's her last day, the same as Terry's with the holiday on Friday, but, she's worked here 25 years, we're having her a party today. I mean, she's been a great asset to the county, not too many people get to stay here 25 years and get to go out with retirement. She was planning on staying longer, but she's also having to go out with some health issues that she's having, so if everyone wants to stop by and wish her well, I know she would appreciate it, so.
Okay.
And then another thing, Crystal and I were just talking, and you guys were talking about the state money. And I don't know if you guys are aware, but our fees, I mean, with county level, they're probably gonna start going down because of the way that the new law was passed through the legislative, and they passed it basically off of Cook County, which were totally different than Cook County. It's the bond fee. They now give defendants $30 a day credit for being in jail, incarcerated. So our jobs do not decrease. It still starts with the sheriff, having to arrest them. As far as the state's attorney processing the file, paperwork, they still come into our office, they're still going to court, but they're actually setting, so if they have a $300 bond, if that's what they have to post cash, they'll set their 10 days in jail, have their $30, and then they have to be released. So bond money's not getting turned over, and then when they go to plea on their case, we have no money to reclass to apply to fines and fees. So it's also gonna cut his processing fee, the sheriff fee or the fee they get to charge the $100. So fees are gonna really go down in the county by what they've passed.
Hey Tiffany, is that a new thing, the whole $30, or did it used to be lower and they increased
It
it?
was, what, 10? Was it 10 a day, Scott? Is that what it was?
Yeah, well, it didn't get applied though before like it has now.
Oh, yeah, now it actually applies.
It
Before, they
applies.
would just get $10 a day credit, but it would just go to a credit once they plead. Now it doesn't. Now it's, when they're incarcerated, they're arrested, that $30 a day kicks in. So, and it's a state law, there's nothing unless if people can go up to Springfield or try to change it or protest it or bring it back, I don't know. That's above me, but the $30 a day, it's not taking long, and we're getting, we had 3 this week that we got the bond sheet back, their DCN sheet, and they were released out on the street, no bond money posted because they've served their time. So we have no money coming in except people, and then once they plead, at least you had bonds sitting there, you could apply it, but now there's no, so you're strictly relying on the defendant to come in and pay, which doesn't happen very often. But if they're sitting in jail, they're gonna post their bond and get their money. Well, now that they know they're gonna get this credit, they're waiting their time out and not having to pay no money, and then they're getting released.
It's for any Class B category offense, and some of that's even Class 4 felonies. So,
Quite arrested. Just get the amp.
Well, yeah, that's what, you get to the point, you're like, why are you doing,
Right.
why are they out putting all their hours in when they're gonna be turned out, so, I know they've tried to talk with judges too, to, you know, try to set bond higher on what that they, you know, can for certain cases, hoping that maybe then they'll post it, but, I mean, our hands are tied.
Well, you're still paying jail bill for that, say, 10 days that
Oh,
they're
yeah.
in jail.
Right.
So you're paying, you know, we're paying it at the county level and then losing money, and then our jobs aren't decreasing, because, I mean, we still have to do the same amount of work, but then they're just getting released for, because they've served their time.
Mm. Okay, so is there any other public comments? Any going into session? If not, we have a executive session we need to go into, for a short time.
Pertaining to
Collective bargaining with employee.
Okay. Do I have a motion?
Make a motion, we go into executive session for collective bargaining employee issues.
second.
Commissioner Feller?
Yes.
Commissioner Miller?
Yes.
Commissioner Foster?
Yes.
Commissioner Pillar?
Yes.
Commissioner Hartman?
Yes, sir.